Hey guys, it's Ken Scott, Senior U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst with U.S. Entry Waiver Services.com, and we resolve all of your USA border crossing issues. Today is 28 June 2023 here at the Burnaby office. A couple of things I wanted to go over with you guys today. What we're finding out is that these, and I won't even call them competitors, but these, for lack of better words, these subordinates, so to speak, they are extremely, extremely jealous of us, much more so than I realized. So one of the things they're doing, guys, you guys have known me forever. You guys know what we can do. You guys know about my background. I'm a former federal officer and former law enforcement officer that was previously stationed in Washington State. So we used to enforce a lot of these laws back in the past. And because of the fact that when you formerly worked for the system and when you formerly worked for the American government, I guess it's kind of one and the same, logic and common sense dictates you got a better hand on the situation in analyzing and interpreting and applying the principles behind this work than an individual who sits back and say, okay, well, the form says, oh, I think the form says this, I think it means this. Well, guys, logic and common sense says it's not just what's on the form. You have to know the behind the scenes stuff. And a lot of these competitors, in fact, I'll go as far as to say 100%, if not 99, do not have that access, do not have that experience. They do not know. So a lot of them are so desperate for your business, they put out misinformation on the system here. And that's fine, I'll check that out later. So we're going to do a quick video that ties into what I just said on how to get a US waiver fast. First thing, guys, there's really no such thing as quote unquote fast. Some cases are faster than others, but when you go quote unquote fast, it really just depends upon the situation. Now you're getting these lawyers and discount waiver companies who are telling you that, oh, we can guarantee you we'll get this fast or we will get this fast. That's bullshit. You guys can believe what you want. I mean, it's up to you. Believe what you want. But that's just straight bullshit because a lot of this stuff is not fast. It depends. So I'm gonna give you guys some evidence here. So someone who is trying to get into this business is trying to say online, and I'm going to show you guys the comments and the photos, or more so photos, of what this person is trying to state, and it's straight BS. And I'm going to show you guys why it's BS. I'm going to show you documented evidence from Homeland Security. Before we get to that, supposedly the person says that regarding getting a waiver fast, I'm just going to skim over it. They're saying first stage is preparation. So they're saying there's 2 speed tips getting it fast. So I made some notes here. The person is saying the first speed tip is to learn the court record process. So the person is saying if you learn the court record process, that's going to speed up the prep time of your waiver application. Guys, that's just, I'm gonna come out and say that's just pure stupidity. So let me give you an example. Let's say if you contact the Brampton court and you say, well, what do I need to do to get my court file? And they say, okay, well, you have to do this, do this, do this. That's assuming you can even get through to them, which is another story. So you get through to them, and then you go through the requirements, let's just say, send them the request to get the court file. I'm just kind of skimming over it. Now, what happens when the Brampton court takes 3 to 6 months or longer to pull that court file? Now, how is that fast? To me, 3 to 6 months or more, or even I'll go as far as to say 2 months. 2 months, how is that fast? And the answer is it's not fast. That's straight bullshit. I get so sick and tired of these subordinates trying to perpetuate BS to get business from you guys. And then they tell you guys these things that are not true, / false statements to get you guys hopes up just to get your money. And then you find out that's not the case. And then you guys are upset at them. I mean, it's just stupid. And you guys are going to hear it probably online. they're going to say, if you learn the court records process, it's going to speed up the processing of your file. Well, number one, we obtain the court files anyways. So that right there is still a moot point. It's not even relevant because it depends upon the court. Some courts are a little faster, more efficient than others. Some courts are slow as snails. The Newmarket court is slow as snails. The Edmonton court can be a bit slow. Well, I'm being nice when I say a bit because I know the clerk there and she is a nice person. So, but the court itself, that Edmonton court is slow as snails regarding pulling these court files. And if anyone says differently, that's BS. Don't take my word for it. Order your court file from the Newmarket, Brampton, or Edmonton court. See how long it takes. And guys, this is, by the way, this is after you quote unquote learn the court process. What's this other thing here? They're talking about this person talking about strong rehabilitation letters of reference. Guys, common sense says any waiver application has to have rehabilitation. Again, common sense and logic dictates that if you got something like let's say child sex crime or having sex with minors, like I don't know, you had sex with an 8-year-old child, something like that. Doesn't common sense and logic dictate to you that that has to have massive rehabilitation as an understatement, and that's going to take a long time? And letters of reference and your letter of explanation, which we're going to go over, it's not going to dictate the amount, or it's not going to demonstrate the amount of rehab you have to have for that kind of offense. Again, it's all offense specific. Some of these offenses you have to have massive rehab, some it's less rehab, depending upon the offense. It just depends. So another thing, it just astounds me when I see this. And they also, I said letter of explanation. So they're trying to say that these things will help you speed up the process of preparing your waiver application, because I mentioned the prep time and the process, I guess, with Homeland Security. Homeland Security, you cannot speed up. I don't give a flying flamingo what you may have heard, and I'm going to show you documented proof here in a moment. That part you cannot speed up. But the part about the prep time, I've already covered that. That's straight BS. And why are you hiring a provider who's making you do your own letter of explanation and also making you get your own court files and do all your own legwork? What's the point? What do you need this person for then? You don't. I mean, it's common sense. It's not, it's not rocket science. It just astounds me. And this person had a big thing about ESafe, trying to say ESafe is faster. We get so tired of beating a dead horse. ESafe is not faster, guys. I told you my relative who retired from the federal government recently explained the American government has spent a bunch of money on brand new computer database systems. And those systems that they have is, different agencies or various agencies. But the point is, they've invested money in these systems to try to make things, quote unquote, more efficient. Well, the American government is not known for efficiency on a good day. So it has not made anything efficient, anything faster. We've already had the one video here with one gentleman who used ESafe. This thing took 8 months and he still got denied. Now, if you're telling me 8 months is faster, then maybe I don't know what the word fast or faster means. How is that faster? Another gentleman used ESafe around January, February this year for a drug-related offense at the border. Today is 28 June 2023. That thing is still pending. Now you tell me, and that person used ESafe, like I said. Now you tell me, how is that any faster? The guy's stuff is still pending. I get so tired of these lies, guys. And okay, now let's get back to the good parts here. Okay, so we go here. All right, guys, let me see, how do I do this? Okay, I think I can do like this. Okay, guys, so let me see if I can figure this out. This person is saying, okay, this person brought up ESafe. And this person's saying ESafe is faster. don't take my word for it. If you eventually come across this person's content, then you'll hear the person say that. It says right here, that's the person's face. The process time for waiver applications submitted online via ESafe are expected to be significantly less than form applications manually submitted at the port of entry. He even put faster processing. Guys, read this again. The processing time for waiver applications submitted online via ESafe are expected to be significantly less than paper form. Guys, what does this mean? Are expected to be significantly less? Is this saying it's a guarantee it's faster, or they believe? Maybe it's my interpretation, but to me, this says they believe to be significantly less faster or significantly less than paper form applications. Guys, it's the same. Electronic or paper is the same. And I get so tired of bullshit. And let me show you another one here. This person also said, sorry, guys, remember this photo. Just remember this, okay? Faster processing, ESafe. Oh, we don't want to see that one yet. I think this is the one. Oh, this person's also saying that only lawyers can access ESafe. Again, this is the person here. Straight bullshit. Guys, what does that say? Attorney login. Guys, what does that say? Applicant login. So then the trolls will say, well, Ken, that means you guys can't do it. Again, guys, let me just go over some logic and common sense. And this is for the trolls, although the trolls won't say that. The lawyer logs in there. Great. The applicant logs in there. Great. Now, guys, this is the applicant. The applicant is sitting right there. So when the computer is opened, uploading this nonsense to ESafe, which is a waste of time anyway, the applicant's right there. Applicant say, yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Yep, looks good. Hit submit. Now you tell me, how in the fuck does, when this person said that non-lawyers cannot access this, make sense? It doesn't, because the person is right there. The person's up, well, you're uploading everything for the person anyway, but the person is right there. You don't have to be a lawyer to access ESafe. So, and the other discount waiver companies in this business, that's actually how they do it, is they have the applicant there, or maybe the applicant's on the phone, whatever, yada, yada. So don't believe the bullshit is coming from this individual. Either a lawyer can do it or anyone can access it. I mean, it's common sense 101, right? And then the finale for this, guys, let me find it. It was actually already up here. Guys, I'm gonna read this to you. Hopefully you can see it. This was from the ARO, March 14, 2023. Your application is on file with the Admissibility Review Office. It is currently pending further review. Due to the individual circumstances of each waiver application, there is not a set time frame to give as to when an application decision will be completed. Do not reply to this message. Submit all your inquiries to the ARO, and it gives the email address. And so thank you, Admissibility Review Office, March 14, 2023. Guys, this is 28 June 2023. So I've just basically poked massive holes into what this individual was saying, more holes than you can it's possessed by a tennis racket. So faster processing by ESafe, okay? Not a set time frame from the ARO inquiry. And this is an actual email from the actual agency. This right here is just an expectation that they put on their website. This is not an actual communication from the agency stating that it is faster, expected to. So how the hell can it be expected to here? And on here it said it's not a set time frame. Thank you. And regarding what else is in here in the notes? or this the stupid thing about ESafe. Guys got to really get away from this ESafe bullshit. And the thing is, ESafe does not make this stuff any faster. If you want to do ESafe, sure, we can, but it's no point in it because it does nothing for you. It does not speed this stuff up. If it did speed this stuff up, we would do it, and we have done it before for people. And but what he doesn't tell you, this individual, is that when that system goes down, which it does, and that stuff gets lost, which has happened before, you got to redo this all over again, and you still have to go to a port of entry. So this individual is saying that others can't access this unless your lawyer or whatever. That's straight bullshit, right there. And you guys already saw it, proof of it. But like I said, I understand people, they're trying to get business, and I understand the fact that they'll say whatever they can do to get the business. But it's really bad for you guys that you guys have to deal with this crap, because the fact that you guys are the ones that get screwed over in the end, not us. We're good. In fact, we actually have too much business, so we've had to raise our prices to try to wean some of this business off. But you guys fall for what these discount waiver companies and a lot of what these lawyers tell you, who've never been federal officers or law enforcement officers, who've never worked for the American government, and who don't understand how the system basically works from the inside out. When I say system, not just Homeland Security, I'm talking about these other federal agencies, ATF, FBI, Secret Service, whatever. When you work for the American government, you get to transfer to all these, well, you can transfer to various agencies, not to mention the fact that when you work for the American government, you often get to network with people from different agencies at the local, like, pub, whatever, happy hour, whatever. So when you do that, you get to exchange ideas, info over a glass of wine or whatever, and I've been guilty of that in the past. So you get a lot of the inside knowledge that these lawyers and discount waiver companies do not possess, such as this individual. This individual, from what I heard, this tells me this individual does not have the inside knowledge or possess the critical skills to facilitate the approval of these cases, especially these complex border cases, these complex waiver cases. Someone that stole a car at 19, now they're 40, something like that, that's different. I mean, Beavis and Butthead can do that application and you get approved. So that's a given. But even having said that, that's not necessarily a guarantee, because it just reminded me of a call we had today. I'm trying to think how much of this case should I discuss here. Only thing I will say is that there's a gentleman who, this gentleman's probation is going to end, I'm going to say September. And this gentleman had a conviction, I want to say more than 30 years ago, but he also has a recent one. And this person's probation is ending in September. So long story short, this gentleman contacted a discount waiver company, and they were telling him, oh, we can get this cleared, guaranteed. And I said, dude, how are they going to clear it when there's a waiting period regarding rehabilitation that has to be met first, which this other gentleman I just showed you guys didn't even talk about because he doesn't know it, doesn't understand it. So I went over the material with the gentleman on the phone, the one that has the probation ending in September, and he understood. He said, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And the thing is, if he was out here, I would just bring him into the office, or one of our offices here, and show him the regulations where it states it. So it's not me saying it. It's all in the regulations, guys. And I got to try to figure out how to change this thing back around. I think I do this. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So it's all in the regulations. I mean, it's common sense. If it's in the regulations, you follow it. If it's not in the regulations, then, I mean, you got a little bit of time, things you can play with in that sense. So this gentleman, see, sometimes this stuff is really hard because the discount waiver companies, these lawyers, keep trying to reverse engineer our stuff and use it to market, which I just showed you guys an example of it. But the person doesn't know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing, which is great. This gentleman's situation is going to require his rehabilitation done in a certain kind of way, I will say. for it to be successful. And I explained to him that, based upon what we're seeing here, what you told us, this is probably not going to go through. So, I mean, it's common sense. And it's based upon our years of experience when we told him that. So it's not going to go through. It's not going to go through. I mean, simple as that. He was a bit choked when he heard about it, but he understands it's not going to go through. So guys, anyway, the topic, like I said, was how to get a waiver fast. This is a bit of a follow-up. Stop believing what these goddamn discount waiver companies and a lot of these lawyers are telling you, because they're not being honest and straight up. Because the guy today almost suffered that. In fact, he paid a discount waiver company, like I said, a deposit. So he's gonna see about trying to get the money back. So I feel bad for the guy. I mean, they're really ripping the guy off. So anyway, guys, I won't bore you guys too much. It's just pathetic that what others will go through to try to make a buck off you guys. And but a lot of it, like I said, is jealousy, because we have our 99% success rate on complex stuff and obviously simple stuff. None of them can match it in the industry. And a lot of them don't like me personally, because the fact that they feel I'm not humble and I boast. And you know what, guys, they're right. I'm not humble and I do boast. I boast because we can do it. Because we've got the knowledge and experience and the tools and the context at CBP as well. One with the federal government, American federal government and other agencies. We have that stuff. We've got the material and the regulations. And whatever is coming up new that we're unsure about, pick up the phone and contact one of those old associates that we used to network with, or say I did, whatever. Say, hey, phone, Johnny phone. Hey, what's going on? Say, hey, I got a client here who he's got a conviction for such and such, but it happened on such and such date, and he doesn't know about the rehab part that's still worked on. So obviously, Johnny phone, I can't tell you his name. I said, what do you think about this? And he says, well, I said, yeah. I said, look, I know you're a hardcore conservative, and I know you grew up eating baked beans and carrying daddy's shotgun and going hunting with Bubba and Bo. But what's going on here? So he said, well, you SOB a-hole. Yeah. I said, yes, yeah. I am what I eat. So how can we, what do you think we should do to fix this? Or what's the best approach for this? Well, if you did such as, okay. All right. Okay, all right. Well, you know what? I will give you a shout later and say hi to the wife. Oh, which wife is it? Number 9. And hang up. So anyway, guys, that's just kind of like a dramatization of how we can, how can I say it? That's just a demonstration of what we can do if we need to. I will say it like that. So anyway, enough boasting for now. Ken Scott, Senior, U.S. Immigration Law Intelligence Analyst with www.usentry-waiver-services.com. And that's 888-908-3841 or 604-562-8140. Remember, guys, stop believing the bullshit that you see from these subordinates, be them lawyer or discount waiver company, because again, they don't present the material that we have because they don't have access to the material we have. You guys are already seeing examples of it on some of the videos. So, in the words of my Vulcan colleague, I need some lotion. Live long and prosper. Why you should be denied entry to that country. So, if you're denied entry to the United States for criminality, maybe, at a bar fight, or maybe you were accused of, I don't know, it's okay. You didn't do it. This is what you want to do. You may need a U.S. entry waiver. You may, or you may not. If you do, you want to use sendittoken.com. Sendittoken.com. And once you use sendittoken.com, we can get you cleared to enter the United States.
does not matter what your conviction is, whether it's for or
Nothing is
matter.
impossible.
Why? Because we're there. You need us.
Send it to Ken.com.
I gotta tell you, folks, wait till Hulk Hogan comes out here. The roof is gonna come off the Bell Center here in Montreal. As the anticipation builds, you can feel it. The legendary Hulk Hogan is a heartbeat away